we're going to be talking about the 7 things that you need to do when you start university. By the end of this video, you're going to have a checklist of the essential things that you need to do once you get started at uni. And while we do that, we're going to be having a look around the town of Albany in southwest Western Australia. We're starting here in the Taunderup National Park. And as you can see, this place is utterly extraordinary. How good is this?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, the first thing you're going to have to take care of is all your freaking admin. And unfortunately, with university, there's often quite a lot. And you've got to make sure that you take care of your admin early. That means as soon as you're able to sign up for classes and choose your different class times, your tutorials, your practicals, and things like that, you want to do that as quickly as you possibly can because things do fill up. If you have any other administration that you need to do for your course, things like buying particular pieces of equipment, buying textbooks, whatever it might be, do it early because things do sell out, things do fill up. The sooner you get that done, the more likely it is that you'll get exactly what you want in terms of time slots and other things. Next up, make sure you join a club or society. You might join a club for something that you're already interested in, but what I think is amazing about university is the opportunity for you to dip your toes into something completely new and different, something you haven't done before. So join a club or society, preferably something outside your comfort zone because it's a fantastic way to meet new people. You know, one of the things that people are most anxious about when they start university is how are they going to make friends in this new place? You know, maybe you're joining university with some schoolmates. That's awesome if you are, good luck to you. But a lot of people are going into an institution or a degree program where maybe they haven't got some of their old school friends there, particularly if you're an international student coming from overseas, you might know nobody. But there are some great ways for you to meet new people. I've actually done a whole video just on meeting new people at university and you can find it up there. But in today's video, what I want to tell you about is the one thing that you really need to do when you start university, and that is to try and meet one new person in every class that you join. And the way to do that, there's a simple trick, is to pre-prepare a whole bunch of questions that you're going to ask. And what I've done to make this super easy for you is created like a downloadable PDF, which you can get down below here in the link or in the description below. And in it, you're going to find a whole bunch of easy priming questions to start a conversation with a complete stranger. Right, well now we're in the Botanical Gardens and the Wildlife Park here outside the whaling station. This is really worth coming and having a look at. Next tip for you is that you really need to quickly get yourself together a good calendar. Now, if you're somebody who's organised, this is going to be easy for you. If you're someone like me, setting up a calendar is really freaking difficult. But when you're starting uni, it's absolutely essential. You know, every one of your courses is going to have different assessments. Those assessments will fall at different times. And I can guarantee you, most uni students start uni and they just think, I've got ages until that assignment in week 7 or 8. I'll start that later. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. Set yourself up a good calendar from day one. Get all your lectures and all of your classes, your extracurricular activities in there, and schedule time to do your readings and to get started on your first assignment. And honestly guys, week number 1, make sure you start doing some readings and make sure you get started on at least one assignment. It's the best tip I've got for you. I've got a whole video on calendaring and getting yourself organised for uni, which you can find up there. Let's continue this conversation in downtown Albany. I'm going to show you around here as well. It's beautiful. But the next tip is you should really go and check out the global learning, basically like the student exchange, international studies section of the university, as well as the careers offices. The reason for that is that there are so many amazing opportunities for you at university to go and have international study experiences, to get involved in career development activities, to do internships and volunteering and all sorts of other great stuff. But you do sometimes need to fit those things in around your degree, so to fit them into your studies. And it's really important that you work out where that's going to fit in your degree early on so you don't miss out. So make sure you schedule some time to go and see like the global learning section of the uni as well as the careers office. This next tip might sound super obvious, but I'll guarantee you that 99% of people don't actually do it. And that's go and walk around the entire university. Yeah, sure, you're thinking to yourself, but I'm going to be here for like 3 or 4 years. Why should I bother walking around and checking it out? And the reason is that universities are such huge, complex, diverse places. You're going to be blown away by just how many little nooks and crannies and interesting things there are to be found on campus. I remember in my university, it had some of the most incredible little museum spaces dedicated to all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And I didn't actually discover them until my final year. All of those amazing facilities are there at your disposal, and the sooner you know about them, the more likely you are to be able to take advantage of them. So give yourself a half a day and just walk around campus. Walk into every building, walk onto every floor, and check the place out so that you know it inside out. And here's a good last tip for you. You want to make your life at uni easier, don't you? Well, the best way to do that is actually getting to meet some students who are in your degree area who are in their final year, because they've got all of the tips and tricks that they've learnt along the way that they can pass on to you. But how do you meet these people? I mean, they're not in your classes because you're in first year classes and they're in final year classes. The best way to do it is to join what's called a pass session. That's the peer assisted study sessions. These are like study support classes run by generally final year students to help first year students. Now, you might be an awesome student. You might not need the help with the classes that you're doing. I don't care. It's a free service. And most importantly, you're going to get to meet and hang out with some of the best and brightest final year students in your course area. That sounds like an awesome opportunity to me for you to meet people who are going to be able to help you on your experience as you go through uni. So go do that.